As I said earlier, they would bring their favorite cups to drink milk. So lesson number two. Do the things even when you're feeling them. And to that end, actually, I'm also going to celebrate today because I was able to make this video in very imperfect. And to that end, actually, I'm also going to celebrate my. And to that end, actually, I'm also going to celebrate my progress today because in today's. So yeah, there you go. And to that end, actually, I'm really so far. So bear with me while I talk about imperfection, my personal reasons. So keep watching. Let's start with the story today. Back in the day in 13th century, then Japanese emperor got his favorite tea mug broken. He got really furious. So he sent that mug to China to get it repaired. But when that cup got back to him, he was again furious because it wasn't repaired as per his requirements. So as a result, he sent this mug now to Japanese artist to make it work. And as a result, he got this mug made with beautiful gold effects where they filled in the gold in all the cracks. And by the time it was 16th century, this art got really popularized in Japanese culture, where artists would come together from very far-flung areas in the country. They would come together, they would create this beautiful art just to show how broken things can work and can still look beautiful. And this story always reminds me on the importance of imperfection, especially in this time and age when we all are running around just to be perfect. We want to have perfect social media feed, we want to have perfect lives, we want to have curated careers, and we want to have the best relations in the world. But we have forgotten that nothing can be perfect no matter how much you try. And so I thought I'll make this video today just to talk about how we can be really perfectly imperfect and how that can really help us live a happy and more productive life. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Samreen. Thank you very much for clicking on this video to watch this video, because this video is very dear to me as well, and it's very personal. Because this morning when I woke up, I was thinking to make this video because it was Sunday and I didn't have any video recorded already. So I thought I would make a video today just to be uploaded on my YouTube schedule. But I thought, well, I don't have my camera with me, I don't have the perfect setup, what do I do? And then I reminded myself that if I'm making this video on imperfection, why do I have to be perfect when I'm coming here in front of the camera? So bear with me while I talk about imperfection, my personal experiences, and how it has really stopped me from doing things which I really wanted to do, but because I wasn't perfect, I couldn't really dare to do them. Another story goes on to tell us about the Japanese philosophy called wabi-sabi. Now, according to that philosophy, in Japanese culture, they used to get together, they used to bring their favorite cups to drink tea in it, and especially on the nights when the moon was full. Years passed on and they realized the pressure of creating a kind of environment where not only that they need to have full moon, but also they need to have this beautiful cups where everybody can show off the artistic cups and their crockery. So their then leader broke this cup, sent a letter to then emperor saying we don't need that. Instead, let's just get together, enjoy our tea, let's enjoy our company more, instead of the environment which we are creating, which is a full moon and all the beautiful crockery. And every single time when I read about both of these stories, it always makes me think of our lives today. We are really striving to be perfect in everything we do, yet we can never be perfect. So when I was doing my PhD, for a very long time, I just could not send my work to my advisor because I would think in my head, well, this is not perfect. How can I send this to her? And what would she think about this work? And she would think that I'm not writing it in a good manner, or perhaps I don't know the concept, or I can't really grasp it. Until one day she said to me, Samreen, just send it over because you can try and make it good, but you can never make it perfect. And that really stuck with me. However, it still took me a very long time to practice it. And if I tell you honestly, even till date, I'm not able to practice it fully. especially for this YouTube channel. I had this idea in my head for many years, but I was just trying to make it perfect every day. And guess what? I still couldn't make it perfect. So one day I said, you know what, let me just get it done. The fear of perfectionism have killed many dreams where people have really wanted to do things, but in their head, they were never perfect to do it and they couldn't really dare to do them. And so what I've realized now that perfection is just merely a myth. Of course, we can try and strive to do the best we can, but we should never try to make it perfect because perfection means that nothing can be done anymore. And that's not really possible in this human world, right? And actually, also research has shown that once one tries to be really perfect, it leads to procrastination because in your head you're just trying to work on the same thing. And because of that fear of failure that you won't be able to reach perfection, you keep on procrastinating from that task which needs to be done. And then perfection leads to overthinking as you are thinking over and over again. How can I do it better? How can I do it really well that it's perfect? And of course, that's not achievable. And henceforth, you feel overwhelmed, you feel anxious. And sometimes it also leads to mental health issues. And a study published in Psychology Bulletin showed that how making things perfect can lead to people's mental well-being issues, which ultimately impacts on their overall quality of life. So lessons learned here. 1. Yes, you should try to make it absolutely good, but you shouldn't try and strive for perfection. Lesson number 2. Do the things even when you think you're not really ready yet, because you never know, you might be ready and it's your perfectionist mindset that is stopping you to do that. Lesson number 3. When you start something, when you're doing something, don't over criticize yourself. In fact, look at your mistakes as lessons that you have learned along the way, improve on them, and carry on. And finally, celebrate your progress. Trust me, all the joy lies in the journey and not the destination. And to that end, actually, I'm also going to celebrate my progress today. But you know why? Because in my head, nothing was perfect today, yet I still took my phone and I recorded this video and you're watching it right now. I hope you have enjoyed this video and this video has motivated you to do something which you have been thinking for some time, but you're not getting the courage to make it happen just because it wasn't perfect. If that was the case, do consider subscribing to my channel. It would really help me. Take care until next video. Bye. And by the time it was 16th century, this art got really popular in Japanese country. And this story always reminds me of keep watching.